is it that you keep bloody losing? Everyone hates Chelley and Olandria.
Yes. You're like, F that girl code.
And
you're like, what's girl? Exactly. This is not Nursery Island. Hello, I'm Sarah.
Hi, I'm Asiba. And this is Open Channel, baby. Woo! Welcome back
to episode 9. How's life? What's been going on with you, girl?
My mum's birthday is next week, so I'm going to be up in North London. No, not North London. North England.
Yeah.
Yes, enjoying her birthday. We booked a spa.
Ooh.
So we're all going to have our massages at the same time.
Oh,
booked
cute.
a full body. Because one thing my mum loves is a swimming pool and a spa massages. That's what she loves. So
she's a lady of class.
Yes.
A lady of standard.
I think it's going to be good to like have her, what's it called? Like have her daughters there with her, celebrating her birthday and everything.
1000%. I'm pretty sure she will enjoy it. Well, what have I been up to? I went to watch the F1 movie. Woo-hoo! If you guys don't know, I'm kind of into F1. Yeah. But I'm not really that into F1, but I kind of am. But anyways, it was a really good movie, guys. I would definitely recommend.
Definitely.
Damson Idris, Brad Pitt, they were all stars of the film. And I saw a lot of cameos from a lot of the drivers. And I just felt like it was quite, It was Hollywood without feeling too Hollywood.
That's the thing. I was a bit scared to watch it because I was like, come on, this is giving Hollywood to the max. But when I watched it, I was actually shocked to see the people that we saw in the documentary in the
like Lando Norris, Max Verstappen.
Even that French guy that was like, is good
Charles
looking.
Leclerc.
Yeah, he went to dance at the end. He's like, oh, we
yeah,
want you. I was like, wow.
Yeah,
like, this feels like the real documentary. It was really, really cool.
And then for those like, spoiler alert, but for those who know, I really liked how, because Lewis Hamilton was a producer on this movie. I really liked, like, on the last podium when Brad Pitt won, I really liked how he had George Russell in third, and I think Charles Leclerc, I don't know how to say his surname, in second. And I thought that was a cute ode because George Russell was his old teammate and Charles is his new teammate. So he was like, putting them on pole. I thought that was a cute, like, little ode.
But you know what I didn't like about the F1 movie?
What?
The fact that they kept losing. It got to the point where when they actually won, it was just like, oh, for flips. If you don't win, you know when they were about to win, I was like, if you don't win, I'm walking out the cinema, because why is it that you keep bloody losing? And it's over something so small that you people don't listen to each other. That's why you're losing, or you come back. It's now
you're
ego.
Not following instructions.
You're not listening to each other. There's no teamwork. There's no communication there. Like, what is going on? They kept losing. Got to a point where I was like, oh, at this point, just retire at this point. And then when they did win, Brad Pitt is like, mate, you celebrated for 2 seconds and then
left.
Went about your business.
He said, deuces.
What the hell is going on here?
He said, I don't want to stay in the race world no more, or I don't want to stay in F1 no more.
I was so confused. Like, I feel like they should have lost at least maybe twice and then won.
To build like momentum.
To lose.
But then I feel like I kind of see why they were losing so many times, because even though for you were like, yeah, whatever, I saw, for me personally in the cinema when they won, it was like a relief moment. And I think it made it that bit more dramatic. So I think it just depends on how you look at it.
But I feel like the suspense goes away, like the dramaticness of it goes away when you keep losing. It's like this point, it's like, just give up.
It's like you think they're gonna win, but they don't.
Every time,
you're disappointed, but then at the end they win, and so it's like, this is my Hollywood ending, my happy ending, essentially.
Yeah, but hear what you just said. You think they're gonna win, and then they don't. How many times did that happen in the film?
I can only
5 times. You think they're gonna win, they don't. You think at this point, don't win. At this point, pack your bags, go home. Je suis fatiguée.
She was tired of it, but for me, I thought it made the movie that much more exhilarating, that much more thrilling, because even when Damson Idris, whatever happened to him, I'm not trying to spoil it, but there was a big moment that happened to Damson Idris, and that was like, oh my gosh, such a thrilling moment to me, because I thought they had that momentum and they were gonna get their first win, and then boom, literally kaboom. So I think, I feel like the fact that they were like breadcrumbing us and like giving us just what we needed to be like, on the edge of our seats, it made the movie good for me.
Yeah, I think it just goes, it shows like how we are in life, innit? For me, it's like, if things keep going wrong, I'm just going to give up. For you, it's like you still have hope. Do you know what I
gotta
mean?
have hope, child. You gotta have faith to faith to faith.
But all in all, it was a good movie. I'm not gonna lie, it was the only movie I've ever watched that has gotten me out of my seat. Because I'm telling you, when like gotten me out of my seat, that movie, it's like every time I watch
you
it,
literally stood up.
like obviously not for the
cinema.
The theater was very packed.
Yeah,
not gonna lie.
it was. Did you go to IMAX?
Cineworld, not that place. I forgot the name of it, but it's in Leicester Square. So I was like this. I was like this. I was like.
So I think you did watch it in IMAX because I watched it in IMAX there as well. They said that's the best way to experience the film.
Yeah, I was like this. I was like that. I was like like I was doing a zonto in my chair while watching F1. And the thing is that I was thinking, imagine if we watched this in 4DX.
I know that would have been crazy.
The car crashing, your chair is like.
That would have been jerky.
They're now. Remember when they were driving in the rain?
Yeah.
When they were driving in the rain, imagine they'll spray us with water as well. It's crazy.
That would be too much. To be fair, I liked it in IMAX, but one thing is I forgot how loud IMAX was. I was actually thinking to myself, can you actually turn down the volume? It was actually quite loud, but overall I did enjoy it, and I think the experience of it was super good. Well done, Lewis. Well done all the people who were involved.
Well done to the writers.
Yes.
Well done to the directors, the producers,
Period.
Lewis Hamilton produced it.
Yeah, he was one of the producers.
Yes, Lewis, you did your thing.
And that's why he dripped out on the red carpet. Like, he's such a fashionista. Like, he just showed them, like, this is my movie, okay? And I'm a dress for it. But yeah, no, I really liked it. So.
Really, really liked it.
But
right.
Anyway,
let's get on to the first segment.
Woo! So I've got am I the a-hole scenario for you? And it goes, am I the a-hole for pretending not to know my boyfriend because he shaved his beard and looks like a different man? I, 26-year-old female, have been dating my boyfriend, 28, for 2 years.
Okay.
One of his most defining features is a glorious lumberjack-style beard. Like, this thing deserves its own zip code, whatever that means. I love it. He looks like he chops wood for fun and writes poetry about rivers. Anyways, one day I came home and this man, a complete stranger, was in my kitchen making pasta. Clean-shaven, baby face, looking like a 19-year-old who works at Best Buy. I legitimately screamed. He said, "Babe, it's me." And I stared at him and I said, I'm sorry, I don't know who you are. And why are you making pasta in my house? He thought I was joking, but I was not. I made him show me his driver's license and I made him recite our first date.
What?
I texted his mum and asked her to FaceTime me to confirm that this wasn't some high-level clone prank. He got mad at me and said that I was being dramatic and ridiculous. But listen, you can't just remove your entire personality from your face without warning me. It felt like he had been body snatched. Oh, okay. Ooh. Now he's sulking because I insulted his appearance and I'm being immature. But I say that if you're going to pull a face swap midweek, at least leave a note. Anyways, am I the a-hole for treating a freshly shaven boyfriend like an intruder until I had proof of his identity?
Yes, because she said pretending. This whole thing was her pretending that she didn't know who he was.
She was pretending?
Am I the a-hole for pretending not to know who my boyfriend
was?
Oh,
yeah.
So this whole thing was pretending that we went a bit too far. Like, you knew who he was. Oh, who you about? You knew who he was and you went through the whole thing of pretending. I feel like, you kind of stretched it. You did too much.
Yeah, I think she kind of did. I don't know if you were trying to cause a dramatic moment and get him to laugh or whatnot. But I think you kind of did a lot because, I'm sorry, I know that beards are very distinctive and they can change someone's appearance, but come on, not to that extent, to the point where you're asking for his driver's license and FaceTiming his mum to confirm whether that's her son or not.
Yeah.
I feel like, girl,
he beard fished you. You should have just take it on the chin, no pun intended, and just gone about your business. Tell him like, mate, I don't like it. I don't like this whatever's going on
version of you. This version of you.
Your chin is hairless. I don't understand this. Like tell him that this is not what you're interested in and move on.
And I feel like, I can't lie, I feel like if you've been dating someone for 2 years and you've not seen them without a beard and now you see them without a beard, charge it to the game. Just be like, okay, even if it hurts you, because you're right. I feel like the fact that you were doing too much, you low-key did insult his appearance. And it was given, you're ugly without your beard, which I don't think is a good thing. So, I feel like you should just charge it to the game and been like, this is the man you fell in love with. I mean, appearances fade. Like, what would you do if his beard fell out and he couldn't regrow his beard? You would dump him because he looks like a 19-year-old who works at Best Buy? Come on now.
But I think maybe right now she's only in love with his looks, innit?
But they've been going out for 2 years. Come on.
Yeah. Maybe, like, it's not long enough for her to be like, oh, look beyond that.
No, but then I feel like 2 years is a long time. I feel like 2 years is the mark where you get to know someone. That's
very subjective. That's you, but to other people, maybe they need to know. That's to you, subjective. But maybe to other people, they need to get to know someone even longer than that to actually look beyond the looks.
Because I'm thinking about friendship. Like, even if I've been friends with someone for 2 years, bear in mind we don't even see each other as often as you would see someone who you're in a relationship. I would say I know that person very well. Like, people switch up, but I would say I know them very well for what they are in that 2 years time span. So I feel as though, I don't know, I feel as though 2 years should be enough for her to like fall in love with his character, unless like she's just, I don't know, being a gold digger or something.
You could fall in love with someone's character, but it's like, are you falling in love with someone's character more than their looks? It's about like which one is higher now, because you could fall in love with that personality, but it's like it gets to a point where you have to fall in love with that person by itself. Like, for example, if I was to get into a car crash, for example, if let's say Lily was to get into a car crash and her face was to be deformed, would you leave me or would you still be with me? There's couples who are together for 2 years, they'll leave that person. You know, it depends. Do you love that person?
Shaving off your beard isn't as dramatic as getting into a car crash.
But your face is no longer here. Have you seen beard fishing men?
I have seen beard fishing men, but I don't think,
for example, Burna Boy. But anyway, like, come on. If I'm with Burna Boy and he's giving me money, I'm not gonna look at his. I'm not gonna fall in love with his personality more than his looks or more than his money. I'm just gonna be seeing money, even if it's 2 years. Like, who knows? Third year hits and then what's it called? I fall in love with your personality. But I feel like there's levels to this.
I don't know, chat.
I feel like it's different for everyone.
I feel like it is different for everyone, but I'm just saying I feel as though 2 years is quite a substantial time, especially the fact that they live together and like you lot have taken big steps, or what I would consider big steps in a relationship. So I don't know, girl. Anyways, go and apologize to your man.
I would say hide all the razors in the house, because I know I've seen beard fishing before and it's quite scary. So hide all the razors in the house.
I would say you are the a-hole, and maybe just try and be less dramatic. Maybe she was doing it to be funny and it just didn't translate well. Like, it was a funny joke that didn't translate well. Yeah. But nonetheless, that's your man. You go and stick beside him. I know y'all still together. I know you gonna stick beside him, okay? Even with his beard looking anyhow. Beardless boyfriend. Beard looking any scraggly how. But yeah.
Okay, let's get into the next segment. Woo! So this segment, guys, we're gonna be on this until it finishes.
Yes.
Love Island, USA. USA. USA.
Jeremiah and Hannah got sent home, unfortunately, by his three biggest haters, Ace, Nick, and Taylor.
Yeah.
Anyways, and then the following day, it was what? Casa Amor. So we had 5 women come in for the men and 5 men come in for the women. And I like the way they did it with the kissing challenge, like the blindfold kissing challenge. Mm-hmm. But I think those guys were lying. They definitely knew that those wasn't their girls. Them girls weren't their girls. Anyways.
But anyway, Jeremiah went home 2 weeks ago. No one cares
I care, please. I love Jeremiah. Anyway, he went home. Anyways, Casa Amor happened. Then after Casa Amor, they decided to get a recoupling. And now the main thing from that recoupling is that Taylor then ditched Olandria's ass for Clark T. Clark. And Chelley and Huda are beefing.
Everyone hates Chelley and Olandria.
Which is beyond my mind. It's beyond me.
And
I couldn't disagree.
Right now, we're at war.
We are.
You guys are talking about World War III 2025. This is the World War III in 2025. We're at war right now. We might not make it to the next episode because everyone is fam. You see this?
Hey, we're in solidarity, baby.
Yes,
it's solidarity. Okay? We standing with our girls Olandria and Chelley. We specifically went to go get these hairstyles.
Yes.
So that we can be in solidarity.
I spent 3 days. I did these boho braids myself.
Yeah,
3 days doing these boho braids. On the final day, I started putting these braids in hot water. I started putting it in hot water, and you guys are telling me you hate Olandria?
Ciao.
Send me home too. Send me home, because this ain't even my parents' country. So send me home too.
Anyways. But yeah, in episode 25, I can't lie, the producers ate with that challenge. So essentially, the producers came up with this amazing challenge, and it was basically to get people, Lava Islanders, to write their truthful opinion about each other on cards, and then they would put it in a mailbox, and everybody will go up on stage, take out their mail, and read out what every single islander thought about them. And the key thing is that you could sign it anonymous, or you could be a big boy and do a big one and sign it with your actual name.
So right now, everyone hates Chelley because they're saying that, Chelley and Olandria were kind of like bullying Huda and like basically not forgiving Huda because Huda was doing the most.
So in the previous episode, they had the heart rate challenge.
Yeah.
And Huda, and they did it in a weird way. The couples did it together. Huda was in a couple with Chris, the new 6'8" bombshell, and they both decided to get Ace and Chelley up on stage, and Huda was straddling Ace, as in cheek in his face.
He was holding that ass, like bouncing it up and down.
The thing is, Chelley and Chris finished. They got up, and Huda was still there on the floor.
She was still going. But let's rewind.
Yeah, let's
rewind. Episodes ago, no one could touch Jeremiah. Even Chelley, Olandria, they respected Huda so much they did not lay a finger on Jeremiah.
Jeremiah's conventionally good looking. Let's not lie here. I'm pretty sure everybody wanted to get to know him.
Everybody wanted to get to know Jeremiah, but they didn't. I'm sure they didn't because for you, Huda.
Because you voiced. Listen, Huda. This is what Huda did. She set a standard up here for what female friendship should be and what girl code should be.
Yes.
The other girls were like, okay, we'll meet you up there. They stuck to it.
They respected you.
When Jeremiah's left and now it's your turn to uphold the girl code. Yes. You're like, F that girl code. And you're like, what's girl code? Yes. You're like, what's a girl code? I don't know none of that, girl.
And then you're trying to talk about girl code. But literally, yeah. Let me not come here, and be doing all of that. You apologize. She apologized. Huda did apologize during that mail thing.
She did take accountability straight after it happened, but she didn't take accountability to Chelley and Olandria. She said it in the recording studio. She was like, damn, Huda, you effed up. And then when she went to go and speak to Chelley, originally, Chelley was like, okay, let's go and talk. But then she realized she was too angry and she would have said something that she regretted in the morning. So she was like, let's talk tomorrow, let's talk later. Then Huda has the audacity during breakfast to tell Iris and Amaya and all the other bombshell girls that Chelley wouldn't speak to her. That's not what happened. Chelley told you that I don't want to speak to you right now because I'm irate and I could cuss out your whole bloodline. I mean, now I'm to do that. So let me take a step back and compose myself. Composure. Yes. But you're going there twisting up narrative, doing up X, Y, and Z.
I'm sorry, let's not. I don't know why people are making it look like, Huda's like this
innocent
victim
girl,
who's been bullied and stuff like that. But no, she was bullying everybody.
No. Because how many people were they bullying? How many people did she bully? I can count on two hands. Iris, Amaya, Jeremiah, the plants, the fruit.
The villa. Huda was bullying every single bombshell girl that came into the villa that she felt like was a threat to her and Jeremiah's relationship. Exactly. She would call them a bitch. Exactly. She would literally walk around the villa ready to
freaking box these girls. Because we know she goes to the gym, so we know she's strong. She was ready to conk every single girl.
But suddenly everyone's blind to that.
Everybody's blind to everyone. And everybody's blind to the fact that she was there calling Jeremiah a grown man. Let's remember that. A grown man out of his name. Pussy ass this. BS this. Da-da-da this. Da-da-da. Like, come
And before
on.
anyone says anything, Olandria called Taylor a B in the last episode. No, she said you're acting like one. And
Thank
she
you.
also said, how old are you?
Uh-huh.
How old are you? Oh,
she 8.
Taylor was saying that Clark made him feel like a
child
again. Excuse me, you want to be a child, go to nursery. This is not the right show. This is Love Island.
Exactly. This is not Nursery Island. Get your ass off the island.
Get yourself to the playground.
The first
Get yourself to the playground.
Matter of fact, I want the plane to land in front of the fire pit and carry that Taylor and Clark out immediately, expeditiously. Okay?
And make sure you get a baby seat for Taylor. Make sure you get a baby seat.
And some toys. Since he wants to play like a child.
And when you land in America, when you land in the USA, make sure you get him a McDonald's kids meal. A McDonald's kids meal.
Yes.
Because Olandria is way too grown for that. And
Period.
I'm sorry. I'm rooting for Olandria, but she did make a slight error.
Yes.
That she has been making the whole season.
Yes! Tell me what you think it is.
I was going to say her telling people's business sometimes. She has been telling everyone's business.
But
without letting them say it themselves.
Okay,
she told people she told what's his name, Austin, earlier on that Huda had a child, it just came out.
It was accidental.
Yeah, I think she told Sierra that the girl that went home was kissing with Nick. They kissed and Sierra didn't even know. She then blurted out that Huda went and kissed.
But you know, okay, I don't agree. Let me not lie. I don't agree with her saying, since you want to be transparent or whatnot. And blurting out
that
Huda's
was the
business.
one thing.
But let's not forget, Huda was the same girl who tried to expose Jeremiah during that challenge when they opened the door and she was hurt. What did she say to Jeremiah, to everybody about Iris? She basically said, listen, you coupled up with Iris, but you're the same one who told me that Iris is not your type. Yeah. Iris is not a girl you're interested in. Yeah. So she was blurting secret convos that her and Jeremiah were having. So to me, I'm sorry, it's a double standard. I know that Olandria, what she said, the whole kiss thing, she shouldn't have revealed it. But let's not act like Huda's never done that before, because she has.
But that was a bit different because it's like Jeremiah and her, I guess Jeremiah has shown that he's not loyal to her and they're no longer together kind of thing. Whereas Olandria is like Huda's girl. So if we're sticking to like girl, that one, Olandria shouldn't...
to girls when Huda's not doing it.
No, of course. I'm saying let's stick to the whole girl situation.
Okay.
Instead of, because the whole bringing Jeremiah's a guy. So he has, it's like now they have no loyalties to each other. Okay. I feel like Olandria shouldn't have done the whole, blurting out people's business.
I don't think she should have blurted out the business.
Someone needs to call in and say, Olandria, please, please, leave Taylor.
Go on, leave Taylor.
Leave Taylor alone and please, let's stop with the... talking about people's business. I'm still in support of you, girl.
I'm still in support. I was going to say I'm still in support of Olandria, but the biggest mistake that she did, I'm sorry, was still acting as though there's something going on with her and Taylor. Because even in the challenge, like, you can tell that, even when they were speaking the truth, you can tell that this guy is not really onto Olandria like that. He comes, he hugs her. It's not given, I'm showing you affection the way that I'm showing Clark. So when she was sat there, she was like, you told me that you were undecided, trying to make it seem as though Taylor was still interested in you. I feel like she should have just axed that relationship from time he
picked Clark
twice.
He picked Clark
twice, and now he picked her a third time in a way which it embarrassed you, babe. He embarrassed you to the max in front of everybody. And for the people who's saying, Taylor stood on, he didn't stand on no business. What he did stand on are some Legos because he's a anyways. Anyway,
he stood on some Legos.
He didn't stand on the business.
He didn't stand on no business.
But my point is, Olandria should have been off of him from time.
Yeah.
And even one thing that annoyed me, Chelley, I love you down. You is my girl. But when in the previous,
you still our girl.
Yeah, you still our girl. We love you to death. But in the previous episode, when Sierra, Chelley, and Olandria were having a chat, Sierra, I think, was telling Olandria, you should go and pursue Zach. You should go and pursue all these bombshells. And then Chelley has the audacity to fix her mouth and say, you're missing a big part. Go and pursue Taylor. I thought Chelley.
But Chelley doesn't... You have to understand, she's only seeing what she's seeing. She wasn't busy doing Casa Amor with Chris. She's not seeing what Taylor has been doing, kind of thing.
No, but come on.
She only knows that Taylor picked Clark, which everyone was confused by. Yeah. Even Amaya was confused by.
I love her. She's so funny. She was like, no!
Are you dead?
She was like, Tay!
What? Are you dead serious right now?
Tay! Are you serious?
Are you serious? No, oh my dead homies. Oh my dead. She was about to turn
New York to a real New Yorker. Literally.
Nah.
Literally. But my whole point is, I'm sorry, the girls, from time he picked, don't let a man pick some other girl over you twice, okay? Olandria. You're a bad B. Your body's T. Your face card never declines.
Yeah.
You're a beautiful, beautiful girl.
Yeah.
You don't need to be, running around. I know you're an emotional person. You build a long it takes long for you to build a connection. Mm-hmm. But I feel like not with a guy like Taylor.
Never.
Not with a guy like... Taylor done showed his ass. He showed his true colours, and we know what type of guy he is, and he ain't a good one.
Yeah. Clark can have him.
Yeah.
Clark, you can have him.
You too. But Clark, I'll get on to you later. Clark, you and you, Clark and Taylor have each other and get the hell out of the villa.
Yes.
Get the hell out of the villa.
Enjoy your happy meal with a toy inside.
Thank you. So should we talk about what happened in the speeches? Because I've got notes, guys. You know me, I come prepared.
What speeches?
In the last challenge.
Okay.
Because we can go in chronological order. Mm-hmm. So the first person to come up was Austin. And Austin said...
do we have time for...
Okay, not everybody. I just want to talk about what Austin said, because I feel like what Austin said.
Because you were like first to come up. Do you know how many people there are?
There's 20 people in that villa. That's why they need a major dumping. I can't lie. But I agree with what Austin said about how all the guys were following Ace, and that they just sent Jeremiah home because it was convenient for them. No, ignore me. That was when Ace came up, and Ace was like, I'm a leader.
Oh, I'm not gonna lie.
So you don't know me, I'm a leader.
Not gonna lie, when Ace said that, I said, I said, Chelley, I see what you see, girl.
I've been telling you.
I said, he's a leader, y'all. You better listen to him. You better listen.
We better get in line, okay? Yes. The leader has spoken.
But he has short man syndrome. I can't blame him, though, because, like, all these other men can use their height to insert authority, but he has to use his aggression.
Of course,
I can't blame him.
Even when Chris and Ace were going for a chat and they were walking side by side, it looked like Chris was pulling his girl for a chat.
Let's stop. Before they come and say that, we have Olandria and Chelley hairstyle. We have not come to bully.
Yeah, let me not say that. But yeah, it's true. No, I get it. I feel like Ace, because some people obviously they're mean to short kings. Even though I love us some good short kings. Mm-hmm. Some people are mean to them, so Ace obviously has to use his personality. Because he even said to Austin, "What do I look like? Me, a 5'10" guy, telling a 6'5" guy who can't even hold himself." I was thinking, why do you have to say Austin's height now? Why do you have to say? One thing I didn't like though was Austin was trying to get onto Amaya. And I feel like this one point I want to make. I feel like people are always dogging on Amaya for being emotional, but I feel like Huda's way more emotional than freaking Amaya. In the last episode, I counted how many times she cried. She cried so many times. Like every time she.
But that's different though.
What? Because it was pertaining to Chelley.
Yeah, she was beefing with her girls.
No, but Amaya also
cries if someone's going home.
No, but she also cries like when she feels like she's not getting any love. Yeah, which to me is similar, because it's like your emotions are involved type thing. Yeah. And she cries when people are going home, but when it's people that she cares about, she cried when Olandria went home, when Charlie went home because of Hannah. So I think she's just a very empathetic person. But my point is they're both as emotional as each other. So people need to stop getting onto Amaya for being emotional, in my opinion.
But can I just go back to Ace?
Yeah, go on, go back to Ace.
I feel like Ace likes to be dominant, though.
Now you wrong for that. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? You know damn well what you was doing, girl. You wrong for that. I'm joking.
Say.
You're wrong for that, because in the video I sent you this morning.
No, it's all over my For You page. No, I'm not doing anything anything.
Oh God, Huda got the ick from that conversation. She got the ick. I didn't blame her though.
Let's not go into
but
it.
But anyway, let's not go into it.
Yeah.
Let's not go into it.
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
Sorry, I'm crying. Because that silence was loud, boy. You just went into utter silence.
I was shocked. I was flabbergasted. I can't lie. I was flabbergasted. I wasn't expecting it.
Does it not like being dominant, please?
Yeah, Ace loves being dominant. Let's not lie here. I feel like Ace loves being dominant. And I also feel like Ace likes to be the one with options, because now he doesn't have many options besides Chelley, and Shelley's the one with actual options in Chris and him, and now he's feeling some type of way. Like, even when Nick and Ciara came back from their date saying they closed things off, I was Ace in his confessional saying, damn, I wish that was me. I was thinking, well, make it be you.
Yeah.
Like, don't just be saying you wish.
I do agree with Chelley, because Chelley was saying that, oh, like, you want me to be closed off now, but in the beginning, and I do remember it. It's like everyone's forgetting
everything that happened 2 days ago.
Everyone's forgetting episode 1 to 10. Everyone's forgetting all of that. When Ace was he sat down Chelley and he said, oh, I want to be open. And she's like, cool. And this was when he was getting to know two girls, her and another girl. Then that girl will go home. He'll get to know another girl and Chelley. Every time, it was never Chelley. He didn't even pick. He had 2 occasions or even 3 occasions
where he could have picked
where he could have picked Chelley, and he was closer with Chelley than any of these other girls. And he always picked the other girls.
Else.
And he said, I want to get to know. He said, oh, I want to be open.
Yeah,
we're not close. I want to be open and get to know all these other girls. And what did Chelley say? Okay, she's fine. And did Chelley have any options during that time? She had no options
besides Austin, but he wasn't really an option.
Anyway, he wasn't fighting for her.
Yeah,
she didn't really have any other options.
But then kept composure.
She kept composure and said, "Cool, you want to be open? Let's be open." Chris now comes into the mix. Who feels threatened?
Let's talk about it, because he was like, one thing about me, I don't lose. I was like, okay, sir, go and win then. Let's go and win. If you never lose, then
let's go wrong.
Exactly. Let's go band for band if you really want to talk about it, because it's giving to me just big jealous vibes. Like, I like. Sometimes I like Ace. Sometimes I look at Ace and I'm like.
Yeah.
So
I feel like there's a lot of hypocrisy in this whole Love Island.
Of course.
I'm sorry.
Of course.
Like, you can do something to me, but I can't do it back to you, please. Anyway, Chelley, please continue your exploration.
Yeah, continue exploration. But I also think, I can't lie, after this challenge, I think she should dead it with Chris though. I feel like after this challenge...
Who, Chelley?
Yeah.
It has been dead.
Yeah, like I feel...
He got the ick from her.
But I feel like and I feel like she shouldn't be trying to pull him for chats.
She never paused. She never paused.
I know she's one of those girls who said she doesn't chase. But
and that's why he said that, sorry to cut you off, but that's why he was saying that, that's why they haven't... And when she read the card and she's like, why are you chatting to... Chris? She's like, I'm not going to be going to pull you for a chat. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's what happened, and
And I've seen Chelley stand on business, so I hope that she doesn't end up like Olandria and still be trying to talk to someone like that. Like, just dead it. Taylor thinks that he's hot-ish, but your behaviour is just not hot-ish. Let's be real here. Like, you've been so... I think the way you went about that whole challenge situation was so disrespectful. And also... everything that he was saying was, it was out of consideration for Clark. This is what Olandria said in her crash out. When did you ever have consideration for her? Yeah. You never had any consideration for her. True. And this just proves to me that all the times that you were pretending to step up when Jalen was in the villa, it was not genuine. You said it yourself. You said that the only person you're thinking about in this experience is yourself. And so all you were doing throughout this whole journey was thinking about yourself and thinking about how you're going to get ahead, how you're going to win, which shows me that you're just a game player. And you deserve the next flight back to freaking Texas, where you tend to those horses and cows. Go and milk your cows.
The hate for Chelley and Olandria is just going out of control completely.
People just need to calm down and realise that all these people are human, and we're only getting to see an hour out of 24 hours of what goes on in that villa. Have some grace. Like, they're actually real people with real emotions and real feelings, and you don't need to be so, like, mean and just bad, like mean-spirited to them. So yeah.
And what do you want her to do? Do you want her to pretend that she's not hurt by what Huda had done? Like, and just be fake about it and just be like, Huda, you said sorry, okay, let me just forgive you, let's go about our business. No, like, I'm not gonna fake it. So I feel like Chelley was being her raw, authentic self about like how she felt about the situation and everything. I'm sorry, like, they're not fake people. So anyway,
And even Chelley said that she can't hide anything on her face anyways.
Exactly.
So, yeah, I just think the girls need to go back to how they were. And I think Huda also needs to... I know she apologised and she said that she effed up. But I think what's going to be important now is changing your behaviour. Because I feel like you can apologise as many times as you want. But if you just continue the same patterns of behaviour, then what, like, does your apology even hold any weight? So I think she also has a part to play in it, as much as Olandria and Chelley also have a part to play in it.
Yeah, like, let God and let go, like, please. Anyway, let's move on to the next segment. Woo! So, Sarah, really quickly, before we finish, fast. Okay, would you rather take part in the Hunger Games or the Squid Games? And you have to pick one. Hunger Games or Squid Games?
I'm trying to remember the premises of Hunger Games. Like,
Hunger Games is like they all get taken to, like, let's say the forest together, from different districts, and they have to kill each other.
Oh, okay, they kill
and
each other.
one district survives. Like one person. Sometimes, most of the time it's meant to be one person who survives. Yeah.
I think I'd rather take place in the Squid Game, because I feel like Hunger Games is a bit of a dystopia. I feel like the Squid Game is more akin to real life. So I feel as though I might have the better tools to be able to survive Squid Game than I would Hunger Games.
Yeah, I agree. I would pick Squid Games. Hunger Games is like everyone has to kill me. It's like there's nowhere to hide. Like, imagine you either have to kill or be killed. Like that, you either have to be the hunter or be hunted. But like, it's scary.
At the end of the day, every single game you play, people have to die, and it's only one person who gets out of there. So you need to make sure that you're the one who survives.
But I feel like you can kind of like trick it and be smart with it. I feel like Hunger Games, you can be smart with it, but like you don't know who's your friend. Do you know what I mean? Your own friend could come around the corner and kill you. Do you know what I mean?
No, but that also happened in Squid Games.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, your friend, the guy, like, they can betray you. Like, one guy that they made friends with in the most recent season, he was the whole head. He came in and pretended. So I feel like, I don't know, I feel like I'm just thinking about real life. I feel like I'll be able to survive Squid Game more because I can see the parallels in like the real life here. Whereas I feel like with Hunger Games, it's like more, like I said before, like a dystopia. You get taken to these people, number one, they live in districts. That is not even in real life, is it?
But it could be like E9, E8, E10. Two people from E9, forest. 2 people from E8. Yeah, and then this the thing where if you guys don't kill each other, there's animals out there in the wild, there's insects out there that they can bite you and you can die, kind of thing. I feel like if I was Bear Grylls trained, I would pick Hunger Games because I feel like I'll know somewhere where I can hide, like cover myself in poo, so if they smell it, they won't go anywhere near me, like, and hide underneath like a big log or something. So if they smell it, like, what the hell is that, and run away from it. Do you know what I mean? But I would pick Squid Games.
And also, I think one more thing, in Squid Games, actually, I'd pick it as well because you can pretend like you're dead and actually not die, and then go into the coffin and then like try and escape from the coffin, basically.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, we have come to the end of the episode. Yeah. Thank you so much, guys, for watching.
Thank you, guys. We love you long time. I love you long time. Like, comment, and subscribe.
And we will see you in our next episode. Bye.